What's up everybody, today we have an unboxing and an install for Top Display's head unit for a 2014 Jeep Wrangler JK. Let's dive into it. Looks like here we have a wiring harness, another wiring harness and the microphone, the rear backup camera, your trim poppers, or what you will need to take apart the vehicle to install. Nice diagram. And here we have the head unit itself. Got a good amount of weight to it. 13 inches. Beautiful piece of machinery. So this is going to go inside the Jeep Wrangler and replace the stock unit that is currently in there. And then the only thing that we have left here is what I would assume is the housing that it will clip into. So this is going to be necessary to fill in the gap where the current head unit is at. So make sure you hold on to that. Another little popper tool. And why not? Complimentary USB charger. Great. So we're ready to get started, and first things first, we need to disconnect the battery. Now that we have the battery disconnected, we're going to hop inside the vehicle and start taking apart the dash so we can get ready to put the head unit in. So the next step, or the first step when you get inside the vehicle, is you're going to remove the dash and the other side here so we can actually get in and remove the current head unit. The first thing you're going to want to do is grab your pop tool that they provide for you, or you can just use your hands, whatever you prefer, and you're going to pop out this lower unit right here and take this out. It's got pops on the top, little lever things on the bottom, so that comes right out. And then the next step is there's two 7mm screws that you're going to want to remove first. So after you take care of the two screws down here, there is one more screw for sure that you're going to want to take care of, and that's going to be underneath this rubber storage device. So take that out, unscrew the one that's up here. If you do not have power windows, there's a decent chance there will also be a screw where the electronic window controls are. So just check there if you don't have power windows, and if there's a screw, unscrew it. So after you've removed all your screws, you're ready to remove this plastic head piece, if you will. So you can use one of the tools provided, or if you just want to use some muscle, you can do that as well. So you're going to stick this under here and pop here, and then you're going to want to pop over here where the head unit is as well. After you have released this head piece, there's going to be some wiring harnesses that you need to detach for the electronics. Again, if you do not have power windows, you might not have to worry about this, but if you do, there's going to be a couple wiring harnesses that you need to detach in order to actually get this piece off. And now we have access to our head unit, so we can take that out and start replacing it with a new one. We're going to go ahead and start working on removing the current head unit, which has 4 7mm screws holding it in, so we'll go ahead and do that. So after we have gotten the current head unit free from the housing, it's now time to remove all of the wiring harnesses that are currently attached, and then we can move on to start putting in the new head unit. Now that we have the old head unit removed and the whole compartment open, what we're going to do is we're going to take this plastic piece that is provided, which is what your head unit is going to click into. We're going to take this and we're going to screw back in those 4 screws, put this into place, connect the wires, and then we'll be able to put the head unit in. So if you plan on putting the GPS, USB connector, the microphone, and the backup camera into the head unit as a part of the install, you need to make sure to run those wires before you go and reinstall all of that plastic and put the head unit in, because once you do, you won't be able to hide these wires where you're going to want them hidden. So after you've put all of your wires in place, you're ready to put back the housing, and just make sure you put back all the screws that you took out.
So
So just a little tip I forgot to mention about putting the plastic housing into the Jeep. When you do it, there is a hole on either side and you want the hole to be up. The reason being, there's a plastic piece that's gonna slide into it, and that's where the connectors that hold this piece in place go through. So make sure that the hole is up. So once you have ran all your wires for those accessories that I mentioned, now it's time to plug in the rest of the wiring harnesses into the new head unit before we go to install it, so that way we can plug everything in the proper places and then lock it into place. So now that we have all of the correct cables plugged into our head unit, we're gonna now take all of these wiring harnesses and connect them to the existing ones inside the Jeep. So now we have our new head unit installed. Looks awesome. And the next step to basically get it on and test everything is going to be to re-plug in the battery or reattach the battery, and we'll go from there. All right, so we have finished the installation. Everything's working, it's booted up. The first time it boots up, it does take a little bit longer than it will the other time. So just know that going forward, the boot up will be a little bit shorter. You can automatically connect your phone via Bluetooth for Apple CarPlay, which is called Z-Link in here, so that it will automatically connect after you've connected it the first time. You got full access to all of your apps that are compatible with the system, or if you're an Android user, you do have the full Android setup here as well, which can give you access to Chrome, Netflix, YouTube, all these other awesome apps. That's super useful. You also have control of the volumes and the song changing via the controls on your steering wheel, which is super awesome and super helpful. Very glad about that. As far as the connection goes, the automatic connection via the Bluetooth, super quick, super simple. I've already rebooted my Jeep twice and it has connected seamlessly every time. So the install is complete and it went pretty great, if you ask me. I mean, maybe a couple hours, and I took my time just to make sure we checked all the boxes and took all the stops and did everything we needed to do. If you're looking for a major upgrade from the traditional stock Jeep touchscreen, this is the move. I feel like I'm driving a Tesla when I'm really driving a Jeep now, so definitely grab one if you're looking to take it to the next level. All the maps, the music, everything works seamlessly. You can even have your subwoofer and everything connected, so it all sounds great. You can order it directly from Amazon. You can get it real quick, so I highly recommend to do it that way. And yeah, overall 10 out of 10. Love the product. Can't wait to keep using it.